Good afternoon and welcome Which Bookie fans and Which Bookie followers to my first ante-post tip since joining the team. I'm Andrew Blair White, if you don't know me, and I've been joining the team in the last week or so. I've been putting up a few daily selections which have gone a little bit pear-shaped in the first week, but we've managed to bang in the first winner today in the form of Enniskerry for Barry Connell, and we're looking forward to Royal Ascot next week. And over the next couple of days I'll probably have a few. I know my colleague Will Smith has got a few up there already, and a few that have already been very well backed, so I need to add a few to my portfolio before next week's action. And starting off with the Wednesday feature, the Prince of Wales Stakes over 1 mile and 2 furlongs, and I think it's a potentially decent betting race for one horse in particular. Obviously Lord North, the favourite, comes there with every chance. He won the race last year very impressively, and he was very good at Meydan in the Group 1 over 1 mile 1 on his reappearance. He wants a sounder surface, which I believe he will get. Looking at the weather forecast, it's meant to be great weather over the next week or two at Royal Ascot, so I assume we're going to get good to firm ground. That being said, he does look a little bit short, considering he can be a little bit inconsistent at times, and at 2 to 1, 9 to 4, I'm willing to swerve him. I'm also going to swerve Love, who potentially might end up in this for Aidan O'Brien. Obviously, Aidan O'Brien, superstar 3-year-old filly last year, but we haven't seen her since she won the Yorkshire Oaks, beating Alpinista by 5 lengths, and that was in August 2020, and she obviously missed a few engagements at the end of last year through a setback, and we haven't seen her so far this year, and I suspect she may well need the run. And I suppose I made the mistake of backing Japan in this race last year, and I'm not going to do the same again here. I'm going to see how Love runs, and then potentially she might be a betting proposition the next time out. Instead, my selection is going to be the ever-consistent, evergreen Adabe, who I suspect will run in this for William Haggis and Tom Marquand. He was over in Australia yet again this winter when landing his second successive big Group 1 over there at Randwick, having finished second at Rose Hill on his prep run. I thought both of them were excellent efforts, beating Very Elegant second time of asking, having just been denied by that horse in the warm-up race at Rose Hill. His performances at Royal Ascot over this course and distance, and Ascot in general over this course and distance, have been superb. He was second in his race last year on good ground. He won a mile 2 listed race the year before on slightly softer ground, and of course he won the Champion Stakes the last time he encountered this course and distance on Champions Day. Now, some people will suggest that he needs softer ground, and yes, of course, some of his best form and the majority of his Group 1 winning form has come on a softer terrain. That being said, his performance last year was on proper good ground, and I don't think there's anything to suggest that he won't be able to run a good race. He's currently in the market at around 10 to 1 with Bet365, and that's with 3 places in the market, and I suspect that this race could well still cut up a little bit more than it already has done. I think there's 13 runners left in it at the moment, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if there might be even less than the perfect 8 for those 3 places. So I'm going to be keen to get that 3 places each way bet on at 10 to 1 for Adabe with Bet365. You look back through his previous form, I think the last time he finished out of the first 2 in a race was back in June 2019. So he's a very consistent horse. I think he will run. This has always been the plan for him to come back to the Prince of Wales Stakes at Royal Ascot. He loves running here, and he's a very hardy, very consistent horse. And at 10 to 1, I know it mightn't be his ideal ground conditions, but at 10 to 1, that is factored into the price, and I just don't believe on the day he will be 10 to 1. I think he'll be a bit shorter than that, and I think he's an excellent each way bet, and hopefully a good ante-post bet for us in our first one. I should have another ante-post bet up tomorrow and maybe the day after as well, depending on what I find. I've already got one lined up, hopefully ready to go for the Wednesday card as well, and fingers crossed between some of them we might be able to land a nice ante-post winner. Anyway, until next time, I hope you stay safe, stay well, land a few bets in the interim, and I'll see you guys next time.